How you doing, folks? Here's chat number 3. My good buddy here, he's in our veterans group, and I'll get him to tell you who he is. Go ahead.
I'm Jason Brown. I was an electrician for 25 years in the Navy and electromechanical tech after I got out. So I've been wrenching all my life.
That's good. That's good. So you probably had some tough goes on the ships, working late, overtime, weekends, after hours.
Yeah. But it was different then. It was when things broke. It was a challenge. You didn't really look at the time that much. You like when you were caught in a problem, you were just your head was there and you saw it through until it was done.
Solved the
and
problem.
then you went home and relaxed.
Yeah. And said, geez, I just worked 4 hours after 5 o'clock. What's going on with that?
And it happens. Yeah.
And that's the thing with the marine engineering trades, electricians, stokers. We are in charge to make the ship go, to make the ship lit, to make the ship make power. If you don't make power on the boat, on the ship, you're done. And that's what he was doing, Jason. So yeah, it was challenging. There's another trade that was worked beside us, the hull techs. Not as educational as the stokers and electricians. No, I'm kidding. What did they do? Ventilation, damage control, stability.
They're essentially pipe fitters for all.
Yeah. They were a lot of millwright kind of stuff. Yeah. So hull techs, stokers, and electricians, we were one family. And sometimes we let the bosons come play with us.
Yeah, we worked together. We worked.
Of course, we had
especially
to.
Electricians and stokers. I mean, we kind of worked hand in hand because a lot of the symptoms could be electrical or mechanical, and you kind of had to sit down together and work out the problem, find out what end of it is, and veer off from there.
Yeah,
and we help each other all the time.
Absolutely. And then if we got to get a pump down, you got to unwire, you got to unhook it.
Yeah.
We got to get the bosun to bring the pump down to us, and then the stoker's got to hook it all up. And then the electrician's got to do his wire thing, and then
hopefully
it's
everything works.
fixed. So that's like 3 trades just to get one pump put in the boiler room or whatever. All right, so cool. This is a nice looking bike you got here. What do you got? What is this?
Yeah, it's a 2013 Road King Classic.
All right.
And it's pretty much stock.
Yep.
I did change the pipes and put some accessories on it, but nothing really major.
How many crowns, Jason?
I got 11 crowns.
There you
on it.
go. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
And as I find more, I pick them up and throw them on.
And I said this in another video one time. This has got to be about the cleanest Harley Davidson in Halifax, Dartmouth, Bedford, Sackville. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
This is a clean unit. Well done getting the nooks and crannies and getting it cleaned
I
up.
had all winter tinkering around and taking it apart.
Yeah.
You know, cleaning it as you put it together. I got the same kind of mentality that you have. You know, you clean it and you look for all the loose bolts and things that are wrong and pick it up before it happens to you on the road. Right?
It's a thing. My buddy Slick down in Jersey was commenting a couple of weeks ago about my "Why Do You Clean a Motorcycle" video, and he agreed with me. And then he said, "You know, I'm going to be working on this XL, and I clean it first, and then." And what did he find? He found a missing nut on the oil sensor, and that's what happens when you clean a motorcycle.
And last time I cleaned this, it was my front bars. One of the bolts had 2 full turns that were off. It was loose.
Ain't that?
Never felt it. But it was loose.
Yeah, and you could have been on the side of the road with your bars doing this.
That's right. Yeah.
And then shit, I forgot to put the tools in the bag or whatever. And then So wrenching. Jason does a lot of wrenching. He does woodworking as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice woodworking. Very nice. I think a piece that I got, he put up a picture, gosh, must be 3 years ago or 4 years ago, of a box, and it had wooden hinges on it, all handmade, all ornamental wood, different colors of wood, and just clear coated, not painted or anything. And I said, man, that's the nicest little keepsake box I've ever seen. Next thing you know, he gives it to me. So I got my medals in it. I put a piece of foam in it, and I got my medals sitting in this little display box, which is very, very nice. And I still thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
I've
very,
been
very nice.
woodworking for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And I've pretty much mastered the skill for the most part.
Yeah.
And now I've been downsizing and changing my hobbies because my mind needs to be engaged at all times. I need to be involved in something. I have to be solving something.
Right.
And that's what I find with wrenching. And like you said, it applies to everything it could be just a little hobby. It could be even just putting a model together.
Right.
Right.
And do something.
There's problem solving, and you're thinking,
Yeah.
and you have to process
Yeah.
things. And as long as you keep your mind engaged and your
Yeah.
body engaged in life instead of sitting around all day,
Right.
then you'll go a lot further, and you'll have a lot more excitement in your life.
Yeah, it's true. So you do know that you're on my other channel on YouTube. It's
Oh,
called
yeah.
Wrenching for Wellness. I have This Old Chopper is one of my first channels, and I was talking about I've been talking about wrenching for wellness forever on that channel, and I thought I'd separate the two of them and keep the wrenching on the chopper, and then wrenching for wellness Wednesday chat. And this is what we're doing. This is Wednesday, and we're chatting. So, what would you say about my new channel, my wrenching for wellness thought that I have? What would you?
I think it's a good idea. It gets people. Once people start talking and expressing how they spend their days, it makes it a lot easier for other people to see that, this person's having the same issue I am. This is how he solved it.
Mhm.
So maybe I'll look into something like that.
Right.
Give them options and ideas, and let them know, everybody know that, you're not alone. I mean, everybody struggles with, what do I do for the next,
Yeah.
6 hours or the next week? Like, I got nothing to do.
Yeah.
And then you end up sitting around on the couch and watching TV because there really isn't anything else to do.
Right.
So you got to keep yourself engaged. Take on a new hobby. Do something different. Learn something different.
Yeah.
Even if it's something small. It doesn't have to be anything massive. It doesn't have to be rebuilding an entire bike. It could be just fixing little things that you have around the house, keeping up the house. But once you get caught up on that, you run out of things to do.
Yeah.
So to have a hobby, something to spend time in, like I did woodworking, I did a lot of etching. I did a lot. I had model trains in my backyard for 10
Yes, you
years.
did. Yes,
That
you
was a
did.
hobby that wore its course, and I had to finally get rid of it and take on a new hobby. And I started biking.
Right.
And then I started laser engraving. So as these things pass through and I get bored of it, I'll sell it off and I'll take something new.
Pick up something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep learning, keep engaging the mind. That's a big
Yeah.
part of it, especially when you start getting older, and because you start losing your
Yeah.
conscience. You start
Yeah.
forgetting a lot of things because you're
Yeah.
not keeping your mind engaged all the time.
Right,
You're
right,
sitting
right.
back doing nothing.
So that's the message. If you're watching this now, and you think that you might have some wellness issues or mental health, like I said, I hate saying that mental health word, but it's what it is. It's everybody's talking about it, and I think this wrenching idea is something that you can put in your toolbox for health. And there's lots of other things they suggest for mental health. Discussions and dogs and horses. I have a very, very, very good friend that has a couple of horses that he does a lot of work helping others. You make an appointment and you go get some equine therapy, and it's just totally amazing. I've seen it, I've felt it. It's good. There's some people that don't like horses, dogs, or sitting in circles. So wrenching could be something that would help you. VAC isn't aware of this yet, but they're gonna be. I was talking to my case manager yesterday, and she asked me how I was doing, and I just said, I'm doing okay. I just got to get out and wrench every once in a while. Oh, what do you wrench? What do you mean wrenching? So I gave her the 10-second spiel, not to spill all the beans too fast, and so now she knows that some of us are wrenching. Got anything else?
I think the biggest thing is structure. If you got structure in your day and you got time set aside or to do something that you want to do, spend the time.
Yeah.
Don't keep putting it off.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Get out there and try
That
it.
old Nike commercial.
Have
Just
something,
do it.
Have something to look forward to in your days.
Yeah. What would you say about the family of veterans you and NATO?
Oh, it's amazing. It changed my life. Yeah, I was out for about 3 years before I got involved in anything. When I got out, I had PTSD pretty bad, and I didn't want to be around anything. I just wanted a break. So after about 3 years, I was always ready to start engaging in the world again and getting back in with the military people and get that camaraderie back.
Yeah.
And I think that was the big thing, you know, just to have a place to go with like-minded individuals
That did
that
it.
understand what you're going through,
Mhm.
and you don't need to explain yourself. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
You
yeah.
can just be who you are,
Yeah,
and you're accepted for who you are.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
that's a big part of the group.
That's
And going out
true.
and finding these vets and trying to get them out and helping them.
They're isolating.
You know, it's a lot better when you do things for other people.
Mhm.
It feels a lot better
Yeah,
than when you do things for yourself.
yeah.
So I try to keep that mentality, and I mean, I've watched you grow over the years,
Yeah.
and I've been hanging around you a little more often every year
Yeah.
because of the bikes and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
And you know, we create friendships and bonds with each other that you can't really get anywhere else.
No.
It's a family.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, yeah, it varies, and I've heard people tell me this group is like medicine,
Yeah,
and another comment was this group is saving lives.
it is.
So,
Yeah. I
government of
believe
Canada, we're doing it, right? I hate to do the political thing, but vets helping vets.
that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No one else is going to help us, so
No,
we got to help
no,
each other.
no. There are programs that they offer, but actually, we're doing the buddy checks and we're checking on people. All right, so let's. What else? This bike is nice.
Yeah.
This is nice. So, Wrenching for Wellness Wednesday chat. I want to say thank you to Jason for taking the time and inviting me to his place and hanging out in his garage. And there'll be another chat with another person next week, and we'll just keep moving forward. And I'm going to go look at a building that looks like it's vacant and see if there's any way that we could rent that building. So stand by for that.
You never know.
You never know. I'm driving forward. It's going to happen. Anyways, thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
Nice to talk to you.
You too.
Thanks for having me out.
Anytime.
Thank you.